Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be one of my absolute favorite things to make for breakfast, biscuits and gravy. So you really just need a few ingredients for this recipe. You're going to need sausage, and then for your gravy you're going to need milk, flour, butter, salt and pepper to taste it, and then also just a can of biscuits for the for your biscuits. So we're going to start by taking your roll of sausage and go ahead and brown that and then season it to taste. Okay, so now that we have that browned in the middle of your pan, you're gonna go ahead and get your roux started for your gravy, okay? So you're gonna put some butter in the pan, let that melt, and then you're gonna wanna incorporate your flour in the middle. So if you're new to cooking, this is a really important step because you can kind of mess it up or burn it easily if you don't do this. So one thing that you want to keep in mind when you're making a roux for gravy, or when you're making it for, say, like some sort of Alfredo pasta sauce or anything like that, is you want to do a little bit at a time, okay? So here you're going to see that I just put enough in the middle to mix in with the butter that I already had melting there in the pan and the sausage, okay? And you're just going to mix that thoroughly. You don't need to drain the sausage because the grease from the sausage is going to add to the flavor of the gravy. So you want to leave all of that in there and then just mix that all together. You'll see that it's going to mix in with the sausage and make it almost like a little bit of a paste, and that's exactly what you want, because once you start adding the milk, okay, that is going to thicken and mix in with that, and that's what's going to make your gravy. So I used, I think, about 3.5 cups of milk total for the amount of gravy that I made, and you'll see that I just added in a little bit at a time. Here's the part where, you know, it really takes a little bit of patience. You're just going to add a little bit of milk and then a little bit of flour, a little bit of milk and a little bit of flour, and you'll just keep going back and forth until you have the consistency that you want and the amount of gravy that you want. And then keep in mind that once you get to the end, you'll want to just give it a little taste test and make sure, you know, that you don't need to add more salt, pepper, and that it's the consistency and the flavor that you're looking for.
Loving the people around me, but so paranoid, yeah.
Okay, now that we're working on that process, once you get towards the end and you're getting the amount of gravy that you need and the consistency, you want to make sure you remember about 10 minutes prior to add your biscuits into the oven. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I've got a little more gravy to make here for our family. We have a family of 6, so I'm going to go ahead and keep making that while the biscuits are cooking in the oven. Okay, now that I've seasoned it with a little more salt and pepper, my biscuits are done. So I'm gonna go ahead and take those out of the oven. And here comes the favorite part, you guys, we get to taste this. It is so good. Who doesn't love biscuits and gravy?
I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find a peace.
Guys, if you try this recipe, be sure to let me know how you love it in the comments. If you're not subscribed to my channel, as always, you guys, I welcome you to the family and invite you to subscribe. Be sure that you hit the bell notification so that every time I upload a video, you can be notified and you can see what else I've got sizzling in my kitchen. Until next time, ciao!